and you know, I want to be able to come back and make corrections from the scrimmage, come back Tuesday and hit on a lot of those. And last week we were able to do a lot of that on our Tuesday, Thursday based on our first scrimmage, and I want to see the same off of this scrimmage, and still, you know, implement some things that we know we want to get in before the end of spring ball, and continuing to you know, we're a long way away from where we need to be fundamental. So I wouldn't say that it's a whole lot different than last Tuesday and Thursday in terms of our approach. The only difference is we're able to base a lot of it off a 90-play scrimmage and make corrections and come back and really work on those corrections and still implement some things that we know are what the best way I can put it, we must get in before the end of spring, which is, you know, we have this week and next week to do that, so it's coming quick. Yeah, I think you know, more than anything, and it's typical, is that, you know, certain things, plays that didn't go right or series that didn't go right on either side of the ball, a lot of times it's cleaning up one or two guys. So sometimes we're playing great 9-man football or 10-man football, but we got to get that, you know, that 10th and 11th guy or that 11th guy going. And that's also somewhat typical in spring, is that you're still working on getting all 11 guys on the same page. We're all doing our job, and you know, on both sides of the ball. But when you saw it, kind of like the first week, you know, no matter what the article says, you know, either offense dominates or defense dominates, you know, different things are written a certain way. When you really break it down, there's a lot of stuff on both sides of the ball that's positive, but also a lot of stuff to clean up. Well, you know, it's funny with each of them. You know, you can start out, you know, there's a teachable moment in terms of the first scramble drill to Kendrick that Victor made a heck of a play on. You know, I don't fault Vernon for thinking I'm going to go there, but we talked about a teachable moment where between him and Kendrick being on the same page on where you're going within that scramble drill. And remember, Kendrick's still a freshman receiver. Second one, Sommer, there's a teaching moment on where we insert on that screen, to be quite honest with you. I mean, any quarterback can end up throwing that pick because you don't really see it, and all of a sudden the nose guard just slides into the picture where you're throwing to the back. So, again, I think sometimes you can look at a box score and see 3 picks, and it doesn't always tell the whole tale on how someone, you know, necessarily threw the ball, or did he throw right into coverage 3 times. Third one, Zach Bruce made a heck of a play, and there are things that, you know, from a timing standpoint, Vernon can be better with both his eyes and his timing to Cooper a little bit quicker, and maybe that's, you know, that's a fine line between a completion and a pick, but heck of a play by Zach Bruce, and it was great to see, you know, the defense come up with some turnovers like that.
Talking to a couple of guys, they seem to think that the defense has had the upper hand.
You know, I mean, I've heard that before, you know, and I've heard, you know, it depends on, I think, who you talk to. You know, I wouldn't say the first scrimmage was that way, you know, and I would say the second scrimmage was definitely, there was signs of that, no question, you know, especially the first half of that second scrimmage. But I think it ends up going back and forth, and I think, you know, all I care about is that we're continuing to compete. If one side has the quote-unquote upper hand, that the other's looking to respond to that, you know, the next day or the next week in practice. So, no, I don't really see that, but I don't mean that as a negative towards the defense or offense anyway. I just see two sides continuing to compete really well, and I think it's been a nice back and forth battle.
Talk about the way you structure your scrimmages, how segmented they are, and how specific they are to different situations, and what your players do out of that.
Yeah, I think, and I've probably been a little less this last scrimmage than I am some springs, but I wanted to continue to just get those young guys almost in a weird way having to play, look to the chains, not knowing what the exact, but being able to react. So I got to react that, okay, now we're here. But sometimes you'll see it probably more in fall camp. I will get into even more of a structure to where, you know, it's you know, coming out sessions and third down sessions, and you know, and we have done some 4-minute drill sessions, more in practice than in scrimmage, and 2-minute we did in the scrimmage, and changing the tempos with what, you know, we really, you know, this next series we're truly going to go more of an up tempo, even though it's not a 2-minute drill. And So it'll be set it down, let them play, but we will get into a, we're going to set it down now and do a 2-minute drill, or set it down now and speed up the tempo, or set it in the red zone, 3 or 4 times in a row. So yeah, there is going to be definitely that aspect of it, but I will still set it in some different areas, similar to what we did last week with setting one down at the 3-yard line and setting it down inside the red zone. Oh, more than anything, again, I just want to see continued progress. I want to see continued progress. I want to see plays being made on both sides of the ball, and I want to see, energy in those game moments. And I want to see if we can withstand some of the normal lulls that come with spring ball, and now all of a sudden we're in practice 12. I know it's a scrimmage, I know it's a red and white, but it can start to feel different than even fall camp when you know what, in a week and a half we have Sam Houston on the docket. That gets a different juices flowing than, okay, we're practice 10 out of 15. Okay, it's tougher, it's human nature. So that's what I want to see. Can we, even like today, the same thing, I want to see us overcome kind of this tail end of spring ball where lulls can sometimes happen, and let's continue to work just like we have a game coming up. And just kind of, that's as much as anything seeing, because we'll correct all the mistakes and do that, but if we don't have to correct effort and just attitude going into it, just like practice today, then we're going to be ahead of a lot of programs, in my opinion.
You've got the spring game, but sometimes at the end you guys still have practice after that. Is that kind of weird? What does that do for you guys?
It can be a little bit odd, but I think it's still it really fits into coming back in a quarter system, coming back and not trying to jam 15 practices in. It allows us to continue to lift during these times on 3 days a week. Set up, and it allows us a little teaching time in between practices by not having back-to-back practices. So I'll take that, knowing that we can come back, and it can be, it'll be its own set of challenges coming back next week. But a lot of times in the past, some young guys have done more of the team stuff during those last 2 days. You can even dive into a little bit of scout team stuff if you so choose. Toughest thing for us is our first opponent is the first half, so we're still trying to figure that out. So there's only so much scouting stuff you can do that way. But we'll get younger guys involved. But honestly, practice, those practices Tuesday and Thursday of next week after the spring game should seem very similar to